Welcome to Friday Takeaway. This week, Inari Amertron had some good numbers and lifeline for Iskandar Waterfront City. Oh boy, where do we begin? So, is POTUS Trump heading for impeachment? That word is getting thrown out more these days in the wake of Trump firing his FBI head James Comey over investigations into Trump's alleged Russian ties. Trump had also apparently shared intel with Russian diplomats while in the Oval Office. Then came Comey's memos where Trump had asked him to let go of the investigation into his former national security advisor. As we speak, a special counsel has been set up to oversee the investigation into apparently Russian interference. The Republicans are saying nothing, and Trump's press sec has apparently taken to hiding among the bushes outside the White House. No surprise then that the US stock market saw some pullback during the week. Hey, I'd be nervous too. 1MDB update, apparently Red Granite Pictures, run by the PM's stepson Riza Aziz, is actively discussing a potential settlement with the US government. Of course, this is just one of a dozen lawsuits that the US has concerning 1MDB, but this one in particular is related to Leo DiCaprio's Wolf of Wall Street. Still at home, headline inflation slowed to 4.4% year-on-year. This is due to lower fuel prices. RHB apparently is expecting headline inflation to pick up to about 3 to 3.5% in 2017 because of just higher costs and possibly removal of some subsidies. The KLCI started the week happy, didn't manage to keep the mood though. It closed Monday at a 52-week high of 1778.65 points. Inevitably though, it tracked global markets, was at 1770.42 points at 10:45, down about 0.3% from a week ago. Moving on, Inari Amertron. They are involved in assembly and test services and electronic manufacturing services. Heading them is CEO KC Lau. Third quarter net profit skyrocketed almost 140%. Analysts say that growth prospects remain very solid on the back of its existing businesses, and there's a ramp-up that they see in its iris scanner biz. It's earmarked about $4.5 million to expand one of its plants by 60,000 square feet of floor space, because the current floor space for that plant is actually at capacity. But it's not a bad problem to have. All that good news I just said, some say it's already been priced in. As such, any upside will only come from new catalysts such as new projects. Inari started the week strong, stock at a 52-week high of 220, but it could just not hold on to that. As at 10:45, it was 215, but it was still 3.9% higher than it was a month ago. Analysts are very positive, with 7 buys and 5 holds. Target prices come from 170 to 260. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it was really hard to ignore the stock this week. So again, these guys are in property development. Man behind it all is Executive Chairman Tan Sri Lim Kang Ho. Well, IWC stock took a battering when its parent Iskandar Waterfront Holdings and Chinese partner CREC were dropped from the Mammoth Bandar Malaysia project. To be expected. In a week though, the stock dropped about 48%, only to have it go up again on renewed buying interest. Reason for that? Government said that IWH CREC JV could once again bid for the project. But if they do decide to rebid, the PM has already said it would be stricter because the land value of that piece had increased substantially. And I don't know about you, it's as if your partner who you had loved all this while through trials and tribulations suddenly blossomed into a swan and you have to prove your love all over again even though you swore you loved them all this time. Stock was at 178 as at 10:47 this morning, higher than it was last Friday granted, but nowhere near what it was even a month ago. The words roller coaster don't even begin to describe how this chart looks. But with the request for proposals deadline being at the end of June and a new master developer due to be announced in July, it would be a good thing to keep an eye on the news flow.